everybody, welcome back to Rachel and Bella Crafts. Rachel here, I hope you're all well. I hope you are all enjoying our A to Z of Christmas crafts. I know I have been. It's been quite an exciting week, I've got to be honest. So yeah, just a few thank yous really before I start. Just want to say a massive thank you to you all, to our new subscribers, to our regulars, those of you that are here with us week on week and have been through the year. And a big welcome to anybody that's new, that's come over from some of the other channels that we are helping to launch this week. If you haven't yet heard about the A to Z of Christmas craft and have just happened to stumble in on a Wednesday or Thursday evening and be like, what's going on? Yeah, we're running a massive collaboration, 34 different YouTube crafters. You can find a playlist on our channel. If you go to my channel and you go to our list of playlists, you'll see a playlist there, A to Z of Christmas crafts, and it's A and a number 2 Z. Every day as soon as the video is posted, I will then attach it onto the playlist so you can just go there and look at them. They don't have to be watched in order. The idea is that we ran through the letters of the alphabet. We left out a couple of the boring, awkward ones like X and what other one do we leave out? Z, I think. And then we've tapped on the 12 Days of Christmas at the end just to make it a little bit more fun. That will run from the 1st of December, 1st of November, sorry, right the way through to the 1st of December. Where I will join you then for the last episode. So if you haven't yet checked it out, go and have a look. If you have watched it, you'll now understand what I'm about to do. So I'm going to do a little bit of I wanted to kind of craft along with the girls, you know, every day. I really wanted to have a chance to get in there and get my Christmas stuff out, and sadly it hasn't quite worked out like that for me this week. My second son, my middle boy, Rob, he's now got COVID, so it's all back in again. Usual thing, down for tests, blah blah blah. Anyway, I won't bore you with all that. He's doing okay at the moment, thankfully. He's a bit under the weather, sore throat, that kind of thing. We're not sure if he's picked up in work or college, but anyway, so the last couple of days didn't quite go to plan, but I've emptied my desk. I have zoomed out a little bit tonight so that you can see my Christmas chaos, because I know you love to see it all on our desks and you don't just want to look at me waving my hands around. So tonight I am going to do a bit of a remix of the fantastic last 3 days that we've had with our YouTubers. So we had Suzanne from Nonstop Papercraft. She did the first episode, which was A, and she brought us wonderful Advent tags. Now they're fantastic. If you haven't yet seen these videos yet, please go over and look at the videos. The playlist will be linked below my video here. Then the second day we had B with Tracie Fox Creative, and she did Christmas cards and she did a fantastic freebie with bells, so that was wonderful. And then today we have had Shona from Fraps and Scraps, and she did the most brilliant episode on collaging. And I tell you what, it completely opened my eyes. You know, I've done masterboards, I've done collaging, but not thought of it at all in the way that she was explaining stuff. So she gave us some really good tips with today's video on collaging, so guys, go check that out. At the beginning of my video you'll have seen I did a quick fast through of how I made my masterboard here, so I'm going to do something a little bit different, but I am going to have a bit of a play with what the girls have been doing and just a bit of a recap on the things that I kind of picked up. So yeah, let's not mess about, let's just dig in, shall we? So what I've done here is I've made a little masterboard. I've used a 12 by 12 card, well it's not really card but it's a bit thicker than paper, and it was quite faint, so I thought that'll be all right if I'm using it as a backing paper. The other side was white, so I've now just taken some of the sheets from our kit. I'm sure you've all heard about the kit by now, the Christmas Past Junk Journal kit. It is in our shop at the moment, 40% off, code below. If you haven't got it yet, go check it out. So I've used that to collage. We've got some lovely music paper here, we've got some lovely poinsettia background and some of the bits and pieces, and then I've taken a few book pages then from golly, what's the book called? Jane Austen's Christmas, I think it is. So it's like Mr. Darcy and all that kind of stuff in there, which is great. And then I've taken some tags and some little labels and stuff like that out of the kit, and I've just dotted them about. So what I'm going to do now, I've just started stamping around the edge, because I thought, never think to stamp on my masterboard, so I'm going to give that a go. I did try with the one green, but I don't know if you noticed there, I might have cut it out, I'm not sure. I did use this, but it's the wrong green. And I got a stack of these, yes, I'm like, do you think I can blink and put my hands on them? No, of course not. So I'm back to the trusty old gold, and I'm about to do a little bit of print, which is, I've got a script one here, so I don't know if you can see my stamp there, it's just a script one. If you are a bit OCD, I do apologise about the state of my desk. This is just me in full flow tonight, because I'm just really enjoying myself. So, yeah, I'm just going to stamp a few of these over the top. Like I say, it's been a bit of a crazy few days. The last of our pups went yesterday, so I did actually go back to sleep this morning. I got up, sent my little one off to school, and then I went back to bed because I haven't been very well, and actually felt a whole lot better than when I did wake up. Except the phone then, when it was track and trace, it was like, oh, here we go again. But anyway, sorted all that out, so all's good in the hood. There we are. So that's my bit of gold script stamp. Just cover those white bits up. Okay, get those away there in a sec. Now, I have got a red here that I really want to try because Shona did a fabulous one. And I'm not sure if it was a poinsettia she had or a snowflake. I wonder which one of these I should try. I think I might try that one there actually. So I'm going to give it a go, but my red is not great. So we'll have a look. Oh my gosh. Has anybody got any tips for getting these rubber stamps off the Perspex when you first buy them? Because my gosh, they're awful hard to take off sometimes, aren't they? Right, okay, muscles back on. Let's give this a go. Right, I gotta really press this red down hard. Now, this is being brave for me because I would never have used red ink to stamp on something before. But like I say, I watched Shona's and it was amazing. So I'm gonna have a little look at that now. I think that's enough ink on there. It's not a proper ink pad. It's something that came with like letters and something, I think. I don't know. I don't know what I've done with my inks. I'll probably find them all after Christmas. Same place where all my materials disappeared, do I expect? Hey, there we are. Look at that. That's all right, isn't it? Right, so let's pop another one down here. So yeah, it's been amazing watching the videos. It's been really nice having something exciting to get up to every morning this week and just listening to everybody's excitement. Everyone's just so excited. It's amazing. I just love it. You go onto Facebook, everyone's talking about it. Everybody's asking where they can find the videos. A to Z of Christmas crafts coming up on Instagram. And we're all like really, we've all found our festive mood, I think, nice and early, which is just great. Because I think it's what a lot of us need, don't we? It's been a bit of a funny year again, so why not? Let's start Christmas early, isn't it? Never mind the Christmas shopping, never mind cleaning the house. Let's just get our craft stuff out and craft. See how long we get away with that excuse, shall we, girls? Probably not very long. But there we go. Well, they've all had their tea here now tonight, so I thought, okay, that's it. Everyone's quiet. They've all had whatever they need. Medicine's been done. Homework's been done. So it's time for Mum to get back at the table now and do some crafting. So if you are crafting along with the girls, make sure you use the hashtag when you're sharing your pictures. Please share your pictures with us. Put them into the Facebook groups because obviously the majority of our YouTubers that are taking part in this have either got their own Facebook group or are in a Facebook group. So just share your stuff, share it with everybody. Let everybody know what's going on, let everyone know you're taking part, because we really don't want anyone to miss out, do we? Okay, so I've done my my masterboard now, Shona style. I love it, I'm really pleased with it, but it needs a little bit extra. So I'm going to kind of dip now into Tracie's video. Now, Tracie used some wonderful watercolours when she made those cards. So I've been into my drawer and I had a little sifty through, and I remembered then that Mum gave me these earlier in the year. Of course, Mum and Dad, they're like king and queen of painting and art and all these other supplies. Everything like that is in Mum and Dad's house because they've been doing stuff like this for years. But of course I can't go visit my parents now at the moment because we're in, well, I'm not in quarantine, but I wouldn't risk, you know, Mum and Dad. So thankfully, Mum kept me prepared this year and she gave me some lovely shiny metallic watercolour paints. Now we used these when we were doing the coffee dye paper splattering stuff earlier in the year, if you remember. Barbara from 49 Dragonflies inspired us all with that. So I'm going to try now and use the white one today. And like I say, they are metallic, so it's quite pearlescent, which is nice. And I'm just going to do a little bit of splitter splatter on my page. I am quite new to using watercolours, so, you know, bear with. I'm just learning, but it's all the fun part of it, isn't it? It's all, you know, it's all good fun. Right, so I know I can use my other one, but I don't want to waste the ink that's on the paintbrush. I do have a fan one. This one is better for this, but it's all on this brush, so I'm going to just do this for now. I haven't got my splatter tray down shown now. I'm going to wish I used one in a minute. I know I will, because it's going to be everywhere. Oh, but I don't mind. It all washes down. And if not, it'll all have a little bit of a snow speckled fleck on it, which is quite nice too. Now, we actually had the gritters go by last night, so we are now in the depth of the feeling of winter here. It's suddenly gone very cold. Fire's being lit now at lunchtime. That shows how cold it is. And I think I've given in and put the heating on once so far, but thankfully, for the most part, the fire is doing its job. I know I'm looking for a little bit of cloth. What did I do with it? Bear with me a second. I just find a bit of dabbing. Oh, actually, I wonder if I might use that, and it might pop it onto the back of here for me then. So let's have a little look. I just want to take these drips down a bit, because if you just gently dab onto them, they do flatten down rather than, because the thing is, we don't want them in to be, you know, to dry like a big lump, do we? Like a big lump. Look at me. You can tell I haven't said much for a couple of days, can you? I'm just talking a lot of nonsense now today. There we go. I like that. Like this, quite sparkly. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. We've got lots of lights on in here tonight. I literally have, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lamps on, overhead light, and the Christmas lights up around the room. Well, fairy lights, I should call them. They're always up. And it's still dark. My goodness. Okay, so that's a little bit of that colour. I'm now going to put a little bit of gold over the top, I think. So perhaps we'll use the proper brush this time. Excuse me stretching, I do apologise. So let's just get this a bit wet in here a minute. Have a little bit of water in there, and lovely jubbly. Okay. Marvellous. Right, now let's see how this goes. Oh, look at that. Wow. Oh, I am going to wish I'd put another cloth down. Oh, never mind. Painting shit, I think I need. It's all over my t-shirt. Oh, who cares? It's Christmas. It's time to have fun and make a mess. I love it. Wow, look at that. Very nice. I like that colour. Yes, yes, yes. We shall have a little bit more of that. There we go. Oh, Shona, this is amazing. I would never have thought of doing this. I now look back at, think of all of my previous masterboards and think, oh, how bland. This is just amazing. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Right, okay. Enough of the watercolours now, Rachel. Getting a little bit over the top there. Okay, rein it in. There we are. Right, I hope you can see that now. I think it looks amazing. I'm loving the gold. Right, okay, so you're all saying, well, yeah, great, you made a masterboard. What are you going to do with it? Right, let's just dab this off a sec. I'm just going to move some of this stuff, quickly dry this off, and I will be back in a moment. Okay, so I was just about to put my paints away, and I'm stood up and look at this now at a bit of an angle, and I've just thought, do you know what, I've got this really lovely, like, kind of tealy colour here. I'm going to just splatter a bit of that on there because I think it'll look really nice. And the thing with working with paint like this over your, it's a risk, isn't it? But you're not going to know unless you try it. So I'm going to give it a go. Oh, I think that's nice. Yeah, definitely. It's bringing out the green. Love it. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. Lovely jubbly. Right, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so desk is a bit clearer. So on with what we are now going to do with this beautiful masterboard. Oh, it's just so difficult, isn't it, to try and cut it up, but we have to, I'm afraid. So what I'm now going to try and do is use some of the masterboard to go onto a card, and I'll show you in a minute what I'm going to do with that then. So the first thing that I need to do now is just to kind of like measure out a section so that I know how much I need to cut. I could do with a pencil. So I'm just going to mark roughly where I think I want to cut this. Masterboard down. There we go. Right, so I've got my mark there and my mark there, and that should then give me about a millimetre around the edge. Let's have my cutting board machine thing. Okay, so let's find our mark. So there it is there. Make sure it's straight. Lovely. Keep that bit for later on. And then there's the other one there. Shoulder was absolutely right. This is always the hardest bit, just cutting through a masterboard. Now, if for example you have a section on there that you really don't want to cut off, look to the other end, because, sorry, I hope I'm in frame here. Obviously I've got a little stamp there. Well, I didn't really want to go cutting the bottom of that off, but I could take a little bit off the top, I suppose, and save the bottom. So we'll have a little look now. So I'll try not to cut that bit there. I come a little higher, right, and then we'll check. Obviously now I'm going to be a little bit longer than I need it to be, so I can take a little bit off this side here, because I don't like that white edge. So be gone, white edge. There we go. And then I'm going to take a little smidgen off the top, and then we know it's all straight then, all the way around. Here we go. So let me just double check I'm happy with the size. Yes, I'm happy with that size. Lovely. Okay, right. Pop that down there. Oh, we've got an avalanche going on over here. Oh my goodness, you can see the state of my desk. It was literally tidy 2 hours ago when I got all this stuff out. I mean, I look with a bit of paint on my mat now, Mum. Look, can you see? I think Mum likes it when my mat's dirty. It shows I'm using it, doesn't it? Okay, so let's move that lovely trim out of the way. In here, I have lots of different images that I've cut out. Yes, I sat and did all my fussy cutting. I was a good girl. So these are all images out of the kit. So I'm just going to find something nice now to go on the front of this card. Oh, that's a lovely picture, isn't it? And that one there. Oh no, I'm not. I'm going to go with this one. Ah, how could I forget? The little girl with the poinsettia. Right, that's a bit more like it. Okay, I didn't want my hatch to have to be too big, you see. Okay, so before I stick this onto the front of the card, I am going to first of all mark how big this needs to be. So I'm just going to get a bit of an idea on the front, and more kind of a case of where I want to cut and where I'm not worried about cutting. So I think I'm going to put it here. So I'm just going to take a little mark there, a little mark there, which obviously I'll rub these off in a moment. Mark there, mark there, mark there, and a mark there. Right, so now I know that I've got to work inside of those lines. I'm just going to ink around the edge of this a second as well. Oh goodness, I've tidied my ink away. Oh, there it is. My desk really is a mess. I'm gonna have to tidy this every time I do a video, I think. There's just too much stuff involved with Christmas, isn't there? So exciting! Ah! Okay, keep a lid on it. And I've been talking to the girls from the admin group, and they're already telling me they're starting to put their Christmas decorations up. And I'm like, oh, that would just be so unacceptable over here. People just laugh at you if you put Christmas deckies up in Britain in this time of year. But I really want to. I really do. Okay, so let me get my cutting knife. Okay, so what I've done is I've put a little nick in there so that I know that I don't want to go below that line. That's just to give me a bit of a guide then as to how deep I need this to be. So I'm just going to mark now up here. See, now I didn't know if that was going to work. It's all trial and error at the end of the day. If you make a mistake, there's always a way to fix it. And if there's not, just do another one. Mustn't be afraid of making mistakes, must we? I thought, should I do a practice one of these today? And I thought, nah, I'm just going to wing it. Right, let's just go around the edge of this now. Okay, That looks good. I'm happy with that. Right, so let me get my Christmas card. And let's just mark now where this needs to go. So I'm going to have that on the front like that. So I need to now just work out where my little girl needs to go so that I can stick her in the right position. Might be a lot easier actually, just stick her to the back of the card. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. A little bit of washi there. Trust me to pick up the only washi tape that doesn't tear. Isn't it just like it? Okay. There we go. Right. Let's just put that down there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. She looks rather cute behind there, doesn't she? Okay, bringing us a lovely poinsettia plant. Okay, so let's glue this down. Now, there's nothing else that I need to think of now before I do this. Actually, I'll tell you what I was going to do before I did that. I'm going to just run a little bit of ribbon around the back of the card, behind where she's going to go. Where's the gold ribbon gone? Okay, let's have a look what we got here. Oh, yeah, I got this nice... Use that, I think. Oh no, actually, maybe we'll use that, being as we're going with gold. Yes, I think that'll be quite nice. Just in the background, just to give it a little bit of, you know, sparkle. Is that the word I'm looking for? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. So, oh, I meant to top my glue up today as well. I better get some order, didn't I? Before everybody has a mad Christmas rush on Fabri-Tac. It's like you seem to have their loads there, and then all of a sudden it's taking ages to get to the bottom of the bottle, and then you're like, ah, I need to get more glue. Okay, let's just pop that down there. Stop it, that's terrible. Right, let's put that for a minute. Okay. I think I'm going to take it from the back, because why not? Hey, say why not? There we go. Put that into place. That off on the edge. There we go. There we go. Wind that back up. Put that back in my ribbon box. There we are. Right, now let's just secure that around the outside of there. Drop a bit of tape to do this. There we go. So I'm happy with her positioning in there. And now I'm going to just glue this. I do wonder if I might want to cut my corners. Am I going to regret saying that now? Will I be able to find my corner cutter? That's the question. Yes, I have. is going to work now. I'm going to go for it. There we go. Right. Let's stick him down. Gosh, that's smelly. There we go. I'm just going to stick that bit there because that keeps coming up and annoying me. Not too much. I don't want to glue the flap closed. There we go. Right, so what else do we need to do now then? Well, we need to put a little closure on the bottom, don't we? And we need to just zhuzh it up a little bit. So where are all the labels? Or did I use them all in the collage? Let's put those scissors away a second. I don't think I did I? Let's have a little look. What have we got here? Oh, don't need those. Right, so we've got some numbers. We've got some little tiny labels here. What does that one there say? White Christmas. Oh, I was listening to that one earlier on. Oh, that's quite a cute one there, isn't it? What if we have... Oh, there, see that? I mean, all that fuss and palaver about keeping those out there. Oh no, that's quite cute. This doesn't cover over my little girls. And it's just big enough, look, to hold her into place. Hold him into place, rather. What do you think of that? I quite like that, actually. Light and love. Right, let's just do a little bit of ink with our gold ink. And hopefully that will do the job there quite nicely. Oh, I've got bits of glue everywhere now. Right, just have a little glob on this one. Not too much. That dry a second. Okay, what else do we need on here now then? Right, well, I think we could do with perhaps a word. So what have I cut out already? Candles, presents. I could do with Merry Christmas. Oh, I got a Merry Christmas there. What about that on the top? Oh, no, that looks quite nice, but we need something behind this. So you know what I... Okay, so I've just been over to the machine and I just put a lovely little running stitch all around the edge. In some nice multicoloured thread that I have, and I think that just sets it off quite nicely. You know, you're just looking at something, you're just thinking there's something missing, it's not quite right. That's what I needed. I needed some thread. Okay, so I'm just going to put this label in the centre. So there we have it, my masterboard collaged Advent Christmas card. And there's our little flap And there's our little girl inside with the poinsettia. So how's that? So a huge, massive thank you to our creators the last 3 days. So we've got Suzanne with Non-Stop Paper Crafts, we've got Tracie at Tracie Fox Creative, and we've got Shona with Fraps and Scraps. So I really hope that you are enjoying the A to Z challenge collaboration, guys. So if I just remind you here who we've got coming up. Yes, Tracie Fox Creative. I knew I said it wrong earlier on. I do apologise. It's not creations, it's creative. There we go. So who have we got tomorrow? Brigida from Kleeblatt Creations tomorrow. So be very interested to see what she has to bring for us. I'm very excited. I hope you're all excited, guys. And I hope you like my Christmas card. Have a great evening, everybody. Thanks for joining me, and I'll be back with you very soon. Take care now. Bye.